What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and today I want to show you the guitar solo to Eric Johnson's new tune, Waterwheel. Really chill song. The solo is beautiful. Of course, his tone is perfect, and it's not too terribly difficult to play, and there's a couple of just nice runs in there, so I want to explore what choices he's making, the chords, how it fits with the harmony, because it's really neat. I want to apologize for my lack of good sound quality today. I left my stuff at the office, but I really wanted to get this out by the end of the weekend, so bear with me on that, and hopefully the good audio will be back starting next week with the future videos. Okay, so let's dive right in. We're in the key of F Mixolydian, right? So it kind of feels like F major at first, and we've got these chords. He's not necessarily doing these shapes, but this is a very Eric Johnson-y shape, this F. On the 5th string we've got 8, and then we've got 10 on the 4th string and 10 on the 2nd string. That's our F, then D minor. So I'm going 5, 7, skip, 6. And then we do this outside chord, right? So it kind of feels like F major, but now all of a sudden it feels like F Mixolydian because we have this E flat triad, and then it resolves to B flat major. So you could think of this as being in the key of B flat major, F chord, D minor, E flat, B flat. But really we should think of it as F Mixolydian. The cool thing is the note choices, the notes that he's using, he's playing F, G, A, B flat, C, D. He is not ever including an E or an E flat, so it's kind of harmonically ambiguous. So it kind of feels like F major at first, and then as soon as we hit that E flat chord, it feels more like F Mixolydian. So the chord structure is kind of like, right? Okay, or you could just play it with kind of like regular chords. Okay, yeah, so here's our scale. Oop. So you can also think of it as F major pentatonic with one added note to it. All right, so here we go. We're opening with these C notes, and in the video it looks like he's using the bridge pickup, but tone-wise, his tone is so warm, I gotta use my neck pickup. Even though I'm using my Eric Johnson pickups in my Strat, I'm getting a fairly warm sound. You know, through the Mesa, it sounds a little bit better on the neck pickup for me. You want a really soft attack. You may even just use your thumb for part of this solo for those slower portions, but don't hit super hard. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Make sure you get a nice singing vibrato there, and then now this first A on the 14th fret of the 3rd string, you could go straight to that 10 on the 2nd string. Kind of like that, okay? A little bit of a slide there. Then there's this very subtle palm muted C on the 5th string, okay? And then straight into the next phrase. Pretty straightforward. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to slide into that D, the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then hit the F on the 6th fret of the 2nd string with my index, but then I'm going to immediately replace it with my 2nd finger and bend it up a whole step and use that index for support. It's tough to do that whole step bend with just one finger on the 2nd string, at least for me, not for a pro like Eric Johnson. And then just a little half step bend up and then back, and then a couple more slides. Okay, so just take a nice subtle approach, but all of that I think is fairly straightforward. Now we get into some of the little bit of the faster runs. So we're going to use legato for most of this, hammer-ons and pull-offs. And then immediately we need to shift, and here's where we might question our finger choices. it's really interesting watching the video of Eric Johnson's, watching the music video for this song. He doesn't always use, he's not always playing exactly what you're hearing on the recording. So you can kind of watch his fingers and get the idea, but it doesn't always match up, and he did a few things different than how it actually sounds. So you got to use your ear to sort of figure out part of this. But this is what I came up with based on kind of watching what it looked like he was doing in the video. Okay, so we're playing 2 C's in a row. He likes to double pick these notes in 2 different places or with 2 different fingers. You could also play it like this. Okay, or... But what seemed to make the most sense to me was to go... And then we're just going to alternate pick all of that. You could also do economy picking. You could do legato, but I think it does sound better with the picking. And then we get into this cool, almost pentatonic-y run, but with that added B flat. So I'm going to play legato. I didn't include it in the tab, but I'm going to play legato on like the first 3 strings and then pick the rest, which is somewhat common of Eric Johnson to do. Okay, and then pretty simple there. Make sure and play with staccato notes. This is really important. If you play like this, it's not going to sound right. You got to kill those notes. So I do that with my right hand, with my picking hand. And then we're just descending in F major pentatonic scale here. You can also think of it as D minor pentatonic, okay? So for me, I learned the fretboard with minor pentatonic, so anytime someone says F major pentatonic, I'm automatically thinking about the D minor pentatonic boxes because it's one and the same. Okay, just descending there, and then we've got this little roll across the string. And then when we double pick that F to start the new phrase, I'm going to once pick it with my ring finger and then immediately shift to my index to set me up for starting over. Okay? And the fingering I'm using on that run is like that, but you could also go or, okay, so it's up to you how you do that. And then we have this run again. Then, and it looks like in the video after this he's going, but that fingering feels awkward to me, so I'm going to change it to this. Descend, hang on one sec. Descend the D minor pentatonic scale. Okay, and then we do this run again. The only difference is we're ending on a D, which goes into the bridge. We got to end on this D because the bridge starts on a D minor chord, so it makes more sense rather than ending on that F. So, all right, guys, that is it for my lesson. Let me know what questions you have on this. If you want more stuff like this, be sure and like and subscribe or dislike it if you didn't like it, you know, whatever. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see moving forward. I really enjoy learning the songs and the solos of these guys, these really great guitar players, as they're releasing new material. I'm not really interested in going back and doing lessons on any of their old material because there's so much content for that already. I'd rather give you guys what's coming out now that maybe there's not a lot of resources for yet. So see you guys later. Have a great day. And as my great aunt Balabble always says, don't play video games unless the sun is up.